welcome to my YouTube channel, Love for Intuitive Astrology. My name is Michelle, I'm an intuitive astrologer, and I combine my knowledge of astrology with my intuition, and this will be reflected in this video. So today I will talk about the month of April 2024. First, I will start with a general description, and you cannot miss this one because this month is pretty key. It's pretty important, very important actually. And then I will discuss each and every single sign, okay? You can watch it for your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign. Most accurate is sun sign and rising sign, okay? Just so you know, because I have sometimes people ask me in the comments, so yeah. Where do I begin? Because this month is life-changing, and this is because we're going to have a total new moon solar eclipse in Aries, okay? And it's pretty rare, doesn't happen that often. And with a total solar eclipse, the moon is between the sun and the earth, and it's blocking part of the sun, right? And this is not going to be visible for everyone. So this will be visible for people in the US. So check which of the states, because I didn't check that completely. Mexico and Canada. And I think this will be so cool if you're able to see that. So if you have the possibility of seeing that, then definitely have a look. And let me know in the comments if you have any plans on this day, because it's pretty special. But yeah, it is blocking the light. And what does that mean? When the light is blocked, the sun is blocked, in the darkness, we can listen to our intuition, okay? This is where new beginnings are created, especially because this eclipse, this solar eclipse, is in Aries. This is the first sign of the zodiac. First house rules the first house. This is our identity. This is who we are, right? And we've been having the North Node in Aries, and it's been in a conjunction with Chiron. It's now like separating. It's slowly separating. So this new moon is in an exact conjunction with Chiron. So now you have a chance to heal yourself on so many levels. Like, I don't know how to tell you. Like, now is the time to be vulnerable with yourself, to dive into your wounds, and you have the opportunity to stand up for yourself, to be and allow yourself to be fully authentic. So where in the world, or where in your life, right? The world is a little bit, maybe a bit exaggerated, but where in your life are you wearing a mask, right? Where in your life you're trying to be someone or something that you're not? Where are you not completely honest with yourself? And I'm looking at you because this is very important right now. And we all do this, right? We all carry masks sometimes. But this is especially about the masks that are very, very uncomfortable for you, okay? This is like, I can no longer do this. I can no longer pretend to be something or someone that I'm not, right? Because that's not healthy. You should be able to be yourself. And if people cannot love you for who you truly are, then are we talking about love? Then, then maybe that's not your tribe. And if that's your family, it's a different situation, I know. But still, if you can, because I know there are always exceptions, right? There are always exceptions. But ask the universe a way out. If you're really in a situation where it's not easy to be your authentic self, ask the universe for help, okay? Because you do always get answers. You do always get help, okay? And that's why I love to combine astrology with my intuition, because basically why I created this channel is to help people grow and be in their full authentic self. I want to help you with your spiritual growth, okay? In a way where you're gonna think and reflect, and yeah, astrology ultimately is there to help you. It's a blueprint of who you are. It's helping you guide to where you need to be. Are you stuck with your blueprint? No, you're not. You can change it, right? You see also progress charts, but depending on where you are spiritually, you can exceed your chart, okay? You can exceed that. So you're not stuck with like, this is your karma, you're gonna stuck with that, being stuck with that forever, okay? We do have lessons we need to learn, and spirituality can fast track these lessons, okay? Because it's not like everything will magically disappear. It's also how you deal with it, okay? So now it's time to be open. It's time to be brave. It's time to stand up for yourself and really look within, like, what needs to change at the moment. Though we do have the North Node in Aries right now, right? And the sun is going to pass it. Mercury will be retrograde, right? It stations retrograde on the 1st of April. So, and this is also in Aries. We'll stay in Aries this month. So we'll also pass the North Node. So you're going to reflect on your life, right? It will be in a conjunction by the end of the month, but we're going to have it, the sun and Venus. So you're going to be pushed towards a new destiny, a new beginning. And you're going to have to be very brave, okay? And I know I'm exaggerating or I'm repeating that, but you know, this is going to do a lot for your own healing, okay? And then we have Jupiter in Taurus in a conjunction with Uranus. Well, I don't know if you saw about, for example, cryptocurrencies. This is just one example that suddenly had an increase, like a lot of prices, a lot of cryptos went up. And this has to do with Jupiter and Taurus. Also, let's not forget, this year in numerology is the number 8, right? Stands for money. So there might be some unexpected, income in this month, okay? We're going to have a closer conjunction this whole month with Uranus, Jupiter with Uranus. Uranus is unexpected, everything unexpected. It's going to be like, boom, coming in, and you're going to be like, wait, where did that come from, okay? At the same time, it can also expand, because Jupiter expands whatever planet it comes into contact with. So in this case, it's Uranus. Uranus is unexpected. It's shaky, okay? So I still do believe there might be some earthquakes, and we've had earthquakes, quite some earthquakes in the past years because of Uranus in an earth sign, shaking up stuff, okay? So it can also cause earthquakes. So just be safe, okay? Look around you, listen to, if they're telling you to evacuate or something, you know, I'm just telling you worst case scenario, then just take the advice and go. But in the positive side, this can enhance your financial situation. You could have lots of spiritual ideas, lots of creative ideas this month, because we're starting off with Venus in a conjunction with Neptune in Pisces. So this is a very romantic energy as well. So some of you are, you're either gonna be reuniting with someone, because we have the South Node in Libra. That means people can come back from the past, but also this could cut off. So the South Node is like, this is no longer serving you. You're gonna let go. So this is also the year of breakups, okay? It's one, reuniting people. These are the people that are gonna push you towards your North Node, towards Aries. These are the relationships that can stay. The people that are promoting individuality, okay? Codependent relationships are probably not going to survive, or very toxic relationships are going to, it's going to be shaky there, okay? Because Libra is doing the check here. It's the sign of justice. So it's really gonna tell you like, hey, wait a minute. It's gonna show you the truth. It's gonna show you justice, okay? So your relationship is not in danger, if it's good, if it's healthy, if you're with the right person, actually it's gonna get better, right? It's gonna get better and better and better, because that's how justice works, right? That's how it works when things are good, stable, and healthy. Then we also have Saturn with Mars, okay? And I don't know how long we're gonna have that. So this eclipse is on the 8th of April, right? Saturn conjunct Mars. So we're gonna have that around the 8th, around this eclipse, okay? 5 days before, 5 days after. And this is gonna, it's kind of a weird energy, right? Because Pisces is a water sign, and Saturn wants solid ground. It wants authority. It wants some stability. And Mars wants to be in a sign where it can move forward. And with water, it's like lost, right? Like, which way am I swimming? Left or right? So you're going to have to find the balance between making plans and going with the flow, okay? So it's almost like you're being sent somewhere and you're gonna have to build on whatever is presented to you, okay? So allow the universe to show you which way to go, and there you're gonna build from. And if you're gonna go against the stream, or you're gonna try to force something, it's gonna be cut, because that's not what they want. They want you to go with the flow and build from there, okay? Yeah, an example of, for example, in my case, I'm self-employed. I never know how much income I'm gonna have each month. I'm gonna have to go with the flow, and I'm gonna have to work hard with whatever comes. So some months I'm working a lot of hours, and some months I have less hours. I have to be flexible. I have to trust. So there is no real stability there, right? And I have to trust every single day that's gonna be okay. And that every month I'm gonna survive, so to speak, right? Because I'm feeling you have to feel abundant, but you also have to work hard. And this is also what is happening with the manifestations, that people say, I manifested this, I manifested that, but you kind of have to do some work, okay? Because Saturn is always in the mix in astrology, and it does want you to work hard. So even if you only meditate, it's still a discipline. You still have to wake up and do the meditation for a few hours. So you still are required some level of discipline, okay? So I always recommend people to do something they love, because when you do something you love, it's so much easier, and then it doesn't feel like work. Then it's like, you know, I'm free today, but I actually want to work because this is so much fun. You know, like I'm making videos sometimes in the weekends or when I have time off, because I think it's so much fun to do. And sometimes I work in the evenings and I'm working with clients, but I think it's just so much fun that for me, it doesn't feel like work, right? So this is where you have to find your talent, your true authenticity. Okay, and I don't want to talk for too long, because I see I'm already making this introduction very long, but I think this month is so key, so important, so I don't want to miss anything. And then on the 23rd of April, so first, Mercury retrograde, 1st of April until the 26th of April, okay, so it's going to be the whole month. No electronics, don't buy electronics, don't sign papers if you can avoid it. If you can't, read everything very, very carefully. This is a month where you're going over the things you've done so far, and you're gonna look on where you can improve, where you can continue, and all that stuff. Okay, Venus is 23rd of April, we're gonna have a full moon in the sign of Scorpio. And this one is gonna be very transformative, because first of all, okay, Scorpio is a very transformative planet sign. It's not a planet, a sign. I'm so excited. I'm mixing up planets with signs with everything. Okay, so this full moon is gonna be at 4 degrees. The solar eclipse is going to be at 19 degrees. Okay, so check if you have planets there. The Scorpio full moon is going to be at 4 degrees, 70 minutes. It's called a pink moon, this one. And it's square Pluto. So both the sun in Taurus and the moon in Scorpio are square Pluto. Uncomfortable, okay? Very uncomfortable. This month is making you go out of your comfort zone, making you face emotions you didn't think you had or that you've suppressed very deep, that are stuck over here, and you're gonna have to pull them out, okay? You're gonna see them and you're gonna be confronted with them. So it's uncomfortable. It's gonna be rewarding this month. It's going to bring new beginnings. And sometimes we have to do something we fear, because literally it's getting you out of the comfort zone. That's where changes happen, and that's where you're gonna rock it, okay? So let's start with all the signs. Let's start with all the signs, because otherwise I'm gonna talk way too long, even though I'm super enthusiastic, but yeah. Okay, getting the chart up. Getting the chart up for my lovely Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If any sign is gonna go through changes this month, it's gonna be you. And I just want to say happy birthday to my amazing sun sign, Aries. Okay, let me know if I'm talking to someone whose birthday is gonna be on the 8th, because for you, things are gonna change even more, okay? So if your birthday is around the 8th or on the 8th, yes, definitely. You're gonna get some super duper transformations there, okay? And Chiron is in a conjunction here. It's gonna help you stand up for yourself. It's gonna help you be more brave. You have Saturn and Mars in the 12th house, okay? So it's time to meditate. You can break down lots of karma, a lot of patterns that have stopped you from being who you truly are supposed to be. Some of you are gonna go through a breakup, okay, through these eclipses. I don't want to scare anyone, because what's supposed to go is supposed to go, even though we don't see it in the moment. Sometimes things are not good for you, and the universe will separate you, okay? Also, on the other hand, there is a possibility you're going to meet someone from the past, and this person is going to help you start something new, okay? So anything new that you're thinking about, you will be pushed in that direction. So watch the signs this month. We have the North Node. It's going to be in conjunction with the Sun, with Mercury retrograde, okay? So there could be some miscommunications this month, so just be aware for that. Then again, we have Jupiter and Uranus in a conjunction this whole month in your second house, Aries. Money, money, money. So Jupiter expands whatever it touches, okay? Taurus is in its own house, right? You have everything in your own house. More or less, depends on your Placidus chart, but you are gonna have unexpected income, most likely income, but there could be bills as well, or money just flows in big amounts, okay? Bless the money that goes out and bless the money that comes to you, okay? There's just a lot of transformation happening. If you're an early degree Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising between 0 and, let's say, 3 degrees, Neptune is already influencing you. You're gonna be very, very, very psychic. A lot of you are awakening on many levels. So whatever is that you're facing at this time, you know, because transformation can also be tough, can be a tough cookie, but you're gonna raise the vibration right now, okay? And you could have more dreams, more insights, but I do want to warn you, Neptune can also mean addiction. So watch out for drinking too much or using any substances or things like this, okay? Feel the pain, feel the emotions, because those are your life-changing directions. So your emotions are your compass, right? Your intuitive. So your logic is, you need your logic brain to make strategies, but you need your intuition to know which direction to go, okay? Because sometimes the most logical option doesn't need to be the best option for you. Just repeating it again so you hear it. So sometimes the most logical option that seemed the best is not the best for you, okay? So listen to this intuition. Then we're gonna have a full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd of April in your 8th house, okay? Transformation, and this is also related to your friendships, okay? Because Pluto is in Aquarius in your 11th house, just entered your 11th house. So your friendships are gonna make some huge changes. And there are going to be some answers coming to you around this time about your friendships. And you will know what to do. So you're either going to let go of some friendships or they're going to go in a new direction. They need a new pathway to go on. So Pluto can mean people who are maybe controlling over you, could be jealousy, okay? Maybe it's you that is jealous. So Pluto will expose to you feelings that might be uncomfortable, but that's gonna help you change direction. But new job, new relationship, or being happily single, okay? Some Aries, you're gonna be happily single right now, and you're gonna thrive, and you're gonna focus on whatever it is that you wanna do right now. Let me get you a card. Let's get you a card. I have this angel cards. They're so cute. It's my first deck ever, and it's just really special to me. So special. For Aries. Retreat. Look at that. So, yes. Breathe out. Let it flow. Let it go. What's no longer serving you. So you're going to be confronted with some uncomfortable emotions, but they're going to make you stand up for yourself. They're going to bring you to this new direction, okay? Learning experience. So maybe you were like, why this keep happening? Why I keep being confronted with the same story? Because there is something to learn there, okay? Sometimes we even learn from the worst people that come into our lives, and they are actually, in the end, the best people you've met, okay? If I didn't have the childhood I had, I wouldn't be so good in psychology. I wouldn't be so good in understanding what it means to transform. I wouldn't be able to help anyone transform because I had to go through it myself. I had to go through the lowest points in life, I didn't woke up an airy fairy just because there wasn't a road going there. I had to do each step myself, and after I was ready, I was able to help others. But you can't help others if you don't help yourself first, okay? So that's why you need the lessons. Move. So move forward, okay? This could be by sports, but some of you it's almost like stop controlling the situation and let it go. Take a leap of faith for some of you. Like you're scared to go in this direction, but then you actually know that that's exactly what you need to do. It's time. I'm hearing it's time now. You've prepared enough healing, okay? You're in this massive healing. And I hear almost there, right? We never stop healing or learning, but for what you want to do and for where you want to go, you're almost there. Relationship, work, health, whatever you've been working on, you're almost there. So look at your intuition. That's my message for you, my amazing Aries. If you want to support my channel, leave a comment below. And I would love to hear from you. I always read all my comments, or subscribe to my channel. And like this, you are up to date for all the new videos that are coming out. So thank you so much for being here. I super appreciate you, and I hope to see you next time. Let's move on to Taurus. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You have Aries in your 12th house, okay? So this new moon solar eclipse is going to be in your 12th house, and this is about your subconscious. So you have the possibility to heal lots of patterns that have prevented you from getting what you want, okay? You have Jupiter direct in a conjunction with Uranus, and it's really expanding you, making you optimistic. But the more you break down these subconscious blocks, the more you can attract. The more attractive you will become, the more you will attract in your life back. So now it is about introspection. It's about meditation, going inward. You can do a hypnosis, like whatever it is that you're going to feel good about for you, because everyone has a different way of meditation. This can be through sports, swimming, but now is the time to go within, to take some rest, okay? You could even go on a holiday, but not too much. And let life show you the messages on how to continue. And also let it come to you. So by removing the blocks, the subconscious blocks, you're going to attract so much more in your life. And also you're preparing for your season, right? So after the 19th of April, so early birthday Taurus, happy birthday. The early birthday Sun Taurus, right? So happy birthday. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time to start something new, to go after your dreams, right? And to also just allow yourself to be. This month is a month to allow yourself to be, to manifest whatever it is you want, but also to remove the blocks that are preventing you from having exactly what you want, okay? There might be some stirrups in your friendships as well. Saturn is in a conjunction with Mars in the 11th house. So this is your friendships. There might be some struggles there, some truth coming up, some truth coming out that maybe you didn't expect. So let these messages sink in, okay? And let the universe show you who's good for you and who's not, because Saturn is gonna cut out the people that are no longer serving you. Now you are creating a small group of people that maybe also contain a bit more hard work from your side, okay? You need, it's like you need to chase people a bit more than usual, maybe. But also this will show the commitment you have towards them. And this is how you're going to create this solid group. You will receive back exactly the same from these people, because Saturn wants commitment. It wants something serious. So you're really going to consider that. The South Node is in the 6th house, okay? So watch out for health issues, Taurus. It's an air sign, so this is related to, anxiety, airway, like balance issues, okay? Can be related to your ears, so maybe dizziness. So start a good diet, but also rest more. If you are someone that's always working, always on the move, or you're not moving enough, because I know some of you don't move enough that are watching, So now is the time to get a good routine and also have meditation practice there. Also have a resting routine, okay? So full moon in Scorpio is going to be at 4 degrees, and it's going to be in a square with Pluto in your 10th house. Some of you have Pluto on the midheaven right now. So your career is going to change big time, okay? And it's going to be quite uncomfortable. if you are in a business partnership, watch out, could be quite uncomfortable. Also relationships, so there could be a clash between the job that you do and your partner, okay? So there might be some mix up. Also, watch out for someone in the job trying to disrupt your relationship by offering you an affair or flirting with you, okay? This is not gonna last. So make smart decisions, okay? Make smart decisions right now. Love, 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 love. So this is a month for self-love. Some of you might meet someone new as well. Yeah, it's gonna be like a sunshine, but it's not going to be like super easy, okay, with this full moon especially. So you're gonna have to move ahead, and then it gets pray. So like some of you want a divine partner, someone that you can rely on, because I'm seeing like, and maybe also it's about not trying to control it, because look at this person is dropping themselves. It's not controlling the situation. So, you know, whatever happens, don't control the outcome. Live in the now, Taurus. Live in the now. That's why prayer is important, to ask for what you want, but also to let it go, which is the key to manifesting, okay? Manifesting love, but this could also be self-love, okay? Loving yourself more than ever, focusing on your subconscious beliefs, and you might be surprised that there are immediate results after working on that. So, life-changing month is gonna be great. You're gonna love it. There's gonna be a lot of new things coming on your path, and when your season is starting, get ready, okay? It's gonna be amazing, amazing, really, Taurus. So that's my message for you. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. I also do private readings. You find my email in the description box below. And until next time, Taurus, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So for you, we have Aries in your 11th house, okay? And on the 8th of April, we're going to have a new moon solar eclipse in your 11th house. So your community, your friendships are all going through a massive change. You're going to meet new people that are going to guide you towards where you need to be, okay? Some of you will start organizing workshops, or you will start going to a new sports club, creativity club, or you're attending a conference, something like this, and you might meet new people that are going to be very key and very interesting for your road ahead, okay? They're going to be, I always have makeup under my eyes, isn't it? That's why I don't wear makeup so often, because it's like, always when I watch my videos, I'm like, I have makeup under my eyes. It's just funny. Anyways, doesn't matter. Let's continue, Gemini. This is not about makeup at all, but you know, it's funny. Friendships, okay? Friendship gonna be very important. Some of you are looking for a new community because you've been in a relationship for a very long time and you feel like you want to broaden your horizon. For others, this could have had to do with a breakup, and you're like, you know, I want to have a community that support me, that are there for me, and you want to have friends that are gonna embrace you for who you are. So Chiron there really was making you doubt your value, like, you know, will people accept me for who I truly am? So maybe you sometimes were wearing a mask in front of your friends so they would like you, and now you don't want to do that anymore, Gemini. You're like, I want people to love me and appreciate me for who I am. So you're gonna look for that at in this month. That's gonna shift, that's going to change, and you're gonna look for your tribe at the moment. Saturn and Mars in your 10th house, okay? They're gonna be in a conjunction around the 8th of April, so around this new moon. And this could cause some issues in the workplace. It requires you to work hard, okay? Hard work is required. You're gonna be tested. You're gonna maybe have a bit of conflict, but you know, it's time now to put in 100%. Show your workplace, show your boss that you're hardworking and you're up for the job. Saturn is testing you. This is the authority, right? This is authority. This is the hard teacher. So if you're up for it, you will be rewarded. That's how Saturn works, okay? So we have Jupiter and Uranus in the 12th house. A lot of you are going to have very vivid dreams, insights, ideas, maybe ideas that you don't want to talk about yet. You're just writing them down in your journal and you're not telling people yet. But at the right time, you will do something with it. And I guess that time will be when Jupiter is going in your sign, which is going to be quite soon in May, end of May. So now it's just preparing. You're gonna work on your spirituality, and it's about accepting yourself fully for who you are, even though you have people around you that might be different from you. All right. Then we have a full moon in the sign of Scorpio. This is going to be in the 6th house, and it's squaring Pluto in the 9th. So there could be some clash at work with colleagues, where maybe you're going to have a different vision on belief systems, okay? Like maybe someone is Christian or other person is a Buddhist or atheist, and you're gonna have some disagreements about what is your belief system, or maybe it could be about, oh wow, there's like a huge motorcycle, so you see, watch it at work. Maybe people talking about the wars in the world, and you're gonna have a clash about that, you know. So I would just walk away and not have too much opinion about it. Keep it to yourself, because it can create a disagreement, because ultimately everything is about perspective, and it's really hard to see a full story if it's not very clear, right? Because we have to do with so much media manipulation nowadays. What is really true, right? So we have what is true to you, but what is true to you can be different from what is true to other people. All right, safe travel. So some of you are traveling. If this is around this full moon though, around the 23rd of April, just be careful a little bit. Be careful a little bit. Also, you could get some results regarding to your health situation, okay? Believe. If this outcome is maybe not so good, believe, take a break, process, and know that diet is doing so many things. Like if you eat healthy, it's doing half of the work, right? Eat as organic as possible. I'm not here to tell you if you should be vegan, vegetarian, whatever. I always say eat pure food. That's it. You know, if you do decide to eat meat, then make sure that it's done in an ethical way. So the vibration of the food is at least a bit higher, okay? No sodas, no sugars. That's gonna help you. Heaven is watching over you. So, oh, I hear, oh, I'm so sorry. Like some of you, okay, this is not for everyone, but I feel like some of you have lost your mother. And I feel that she's watching over you and she's there for you. And I feel like this like warm hug. So know that the people are on the other side, Gemini. They're always watching over you. And it happened in so many readings for me, private readings with my clients, that sometimes one of their loved ones came true. And this is so beautiful because there's so much more to life. And know that they are always there for you, and you can always ask them for help and ask for their protection and guidance. So I wanted to confirm that. I know that's not for everyone, but I know someone needed to hear that, so that's for you. Let's look deeper in marriage, okay? So some of you are waiting for someone to come in, but you know, I feel now it's time to self-reflect. And when Jupiter is going to be in your first house, you're gonna be open to meet someone if you're single, okay? So look deeper. Subconscious beliefs, work on them so you're ready to receive the right person at the right time, okay? So that's my message for you, my lovely Geminis. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much. Let's move on now to Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So for you, this eclipse is going to be in your 10th house. So new moon, total solar eclipse on the 8th of April is going to be in the 10th house of career, public image, and this means you're gonna make some changes in your work. And if there was something you were thinking about doing, most likely the universe is gonna open the doors for you right now and gonna help you get to where you need to be. Sometimes we don't know which door is the good door for you, okay? Sometimes a door opens for you and you didn't know that was the door you needed to open, okay? So an example is, it was 2015, 16. I got a job offered in the company I was working in SEO. That opened a huge door for me that was reflecting on my future. Because this door opened, I met a lady who booked me an astrology reading. Then I got hooked in astrology. Then I learned astrology. I booked another reading with someone else that became my teacher. Now I'm doing both SEO and astrology, and you need SEO for basically everything right now, for any type of rankings. So know, that wherever you go, like some people are like, yeah, but that's not completely what I want yet. But listen to your intuition. Sometimes you need to go through a certain process to meet someone that's gonna help you. So a lot of people are not open to go a certain direction, even though you have to go there, because you might meet someone that's gonna bring you somewhere that you need to be on that exact point, in that exact place. Why am I telling you this? Because you have Jupiter and Uranus in the 11th house, and this is opening doors for you, okay? Networking, people, like, go out, meet people. Things are gonna change for you career-wise, okay? But be open-minded on how that's gonna present itself to you. Because sometimes we have this image, right, on how it should go, but sometimes life can surprise you with what it is exactly that you need, right? This could be a job change. It could be a change in the company. This could be just a refreshing idea. This could be going self-employed, right? So many things. Then we have Saturn and Mars in the 9th house. So maybe traveling at the moment is going to be a bit more difficult. You're really building your career, your community, your place, and maybe you're not too focused on traveling, or you're traveling all the time. But Saturn is restricting or making you work hard. So it's going to be like, if you're traveling all the time, it's gonna be tough, right? Like, things are not gonna be super smooth around this time, especially far away trips. Or if you're studying right now, it could also slow things down a little bit. Then full moon in the sign of Scorpio, which is in your fellow water sign in the 5th house. And it's gonna square Pluto in the 8th house, okay? So there could be some situation with the kids. So what's your health of the kids? Or there might be some conflicts with your kids or your partner, like someone you're dating. Watch out with people that maybe are not as genuine as you think they are. If you're meeting someone new, if you're single, make sure their intentions are correct around this full moon, because also Venus is going to be squaring Pluto by the end of the month. So, you know, just be aware. What are this person's intention intention and how much attention do they give you? And if you can hold on to going in between the sheets, I would do that. If you meet them by the end of April, okay? Healthful eating. So a diet is necessary, a healthy diet. South Node is going to be in the 4th house, so there are changes in your home situation. Some of you are moving for a job, you're moving places, or, you know, moving out with a partner, like moving on your own. Or you're just going to be away for a while for a job, okay? Learning experience, okay? So whatever is coming up at this time, it's all a learning experience. It's for you to break down lots of cycles. And Pluto in the 8th house is definitely doing that, okay? But it's breaking down a lot of cycles in your life at this time. So last card, higher education, okay? So things are gonna be revealed to you this month when it comes to most likely the job situation. You're gonna have news. You could even get or you're sending your resignation letter for some of you, and then you're gonna do something else. And on this letter is a butterfly. Look at that. Transformation. So stay and stick with your truth. You're gonna be in safe hands. It's gonna be fine. And thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you. If you want to support my channel, subscribe to it, leave a comment. I read all the comments. I would love to hear from you, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative of you. Let's move on to Leo. So Leo, we have all these planets in your 9th house. So some of you are definitely gonna go on a trip in April. And this is not just any trip. This is gonna be a life-changing trip, okay? You're gonna meet people that are gonna change the way you see the world, that are gonna change your belief systems. Some of you might be studying something new. So you could be going on a trip to do a workshop, to study something, to learn a new language, to take a new course. And that's gonna help you with your job, okay? So maybe you need to do a trip for work, could also be, or study something outside of work. You have Jupiter and Uranus direct in the 10th house. So a sudden movement in the job, you could get like a really nice offer, like a new job offer. So job advancement is just really in the cards for you. You're so lucky now when it comes to your career. Especially Leo rising, okay? Especially Leo rising. So keep your eyes open for the job hunt, but if you're looking for a job, could be something coming in unexpectedly. You do have now Saturn and Mars in the 8th house, okay? So massive transformation. There might be some really uncomfortable feelings coming up, okay? So I do suggest some of you go do therapy. This could be also bills, taxes, insurance companies. So make sure you get everything, all your papers in order. And if not, that you solve it. This could also have to do with a court case, okay? A court case that is slow moving, not going too fast, okay? This is not the time to do any lend people money or taking loans, okay? Wait until Saturn is out of the 8th house. And yeah, Pluto now, especially if you're early degree Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, you're gonna have Pluto in opposition with your Sun, Moon, and Rising, which is going to be transformative. And you might meet people that are reflecting back to you uncomfortable things that maybe you need to work on yourself, right? And that doesn't mean that the people around you have the same traits as you. Sometimes they have something that you lack. They have something that you lack. So pay attention with the people around you around this time. Don't compromise. So whatever it is that people offer you and it doesn't feel right, don't compromise. Stay and stick with your own truth and discern, okay? We also have a full moon in the sign of Scorpio on the 23rd of April, which will be in the 4th house. This is all related to your family situation, your housing situation. We have a square with Pluto, okay? So maybe your partner, you need to divide your assets, or maybe you are having some trouble with the landlord, or your boyfriend, girlfriend is fighting, husband, wife is fighting with the landlord. So be aware of these situations, okay? Commitment, you found it. So this commitment is, first of all, Leo, a commitment to yourself. This could be a commitment in a relationship or a commitment in the job, because job situation is lucky for you right now, okay? And this person, maybe you are reading now the Bible or the Quran or like some kind of book, help book, spiritual book that's gonna help you grow. And you're working on becoming a better version of yourself by spirituality, okay? So yeah, that's my message for you, my amazing Leos. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to hear from you. And see you next time. Thank you so much. Let's move on to Virgo. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have this whole Aries bunch in your 8th house, okay? 8th house is about transformation. It's about learning how to be vulnerable. And, you know, with Chiron there, it's really triggering your wounds on how to be open to transformations, to change. It's about learning how to share assets with someone. So joint bank accounts, joint ventures, okay? And it might just trigger some wounds within you. Okay, I'm back. So definitely with the North Node, with this new moon solar eclipse in Aries in the 8th house, you're going to work on transformations that are going to help you standing in your power, to stand in your power, okay? So maybe before you were afraid to share things with people, but now you're going to open up a little bit more, okay? Saturn is in the 7th house with Mars. So it is very important that you're going to be careful with your relationships, okay? So there could be some miscommunication, some misunderstandings. We also have Mercury retrograde this month, right? So it's important that you don't sign any new contracts. If you do get married, for example, which is also a contract, just make sure that you really discuss finances and how you want to spread it, split it, gather or merge it, right? These are really important things to talk about because they might come up later. So yeah, it could be around this eclipse, around the 8th, there might be some struggles with your relationship, and it's really time to look within and see what it is that you need. And also you might have to work a little bit harder on your commitment with your partner, okay? If you're single, you're most likely gonna be more drawn to someone that offers you real commitment. If there's no real commitment at this time, Virgo is gonna be like, okay, thank you, next. Thank you, next. You're very committed to yourself. Some of you are traveling. Jupiter is direct in the 9th house together with Uranus. So great time for digital nomads, okay? A lot of Virgo rising digital nomads at the moment, publishing things. You know, you could be working in import and export or like in a traveling sector. You're gonna do great. Also learning anything scientific, and also a beautiful alignment right now for learning astrology, okay? Yeah. Then we have a full moon on the 23rd in Scorpio, which is going to be in your 3rd house. So again, this is triggering studying, traveling, but there is a square with Pluto, okay? So watch your health. Don't overdo things. Watch out for overindulgence, too many drinks, okay? Or overcommitment to working out, because Pluto can make you go into the extremes. So you could become, you know, I don't know, a bodybuilder, and you're just not, you're overly taking care of your body, which is gonna go into the other extreme, which is also not healthy. So it's about finding the right balance for you. Then I'm getting mother. So some of you want to become a mother, you want children, you want a child. And, you know, with Capricorn in the 5th house, usually when people are Virgo rising and they have Capricorn on the cusp, they will become a mother or father a bit later in life, okay? But yes, there is an opportunity for some of you to have a child this year, to become pregnant. Emotions, okay? It's about letting go of the emotions, because sometimes emotions can block the desire because it's overwhelming your body. So, you know, like I said, maybe you're going into the extreme with your health, and that's blocking you from having the thing that you really want. Activist. So some of you are gonna have a more spiritual job, or a spiritual, like you're gonna work from a more spiritual perspective. Look at that. This is like Mother Teresa. You might be doing some voluntary work abroad or helping people. There might be like some desire to be there for other people, help them. And it's gonna be more about you knowing what it's like to have so many transformations, to have difficult situations, and this is creating actually more empathy. So difficult situations can create more empathy, right? So there are 2 ways to go with this. So people either become fight or flight, the world versus me, which is creating narcissism, or it make you a people pleaser, which is the other extreme. But the fine line is in the middle, where hard lessons make you understand people better, because everybody is suffering. Everybody has their down moments. Even the people who are in La La Land on YouTube selling all these beautiful things, they're gonna have ups and downs. I certainly have, you know, like obviously I had my awakening, and I'm quite optimistic and happy, but I have periods where I'm just not so happy, or where I am struggling with my emotions and with myself. And I think being vulnerable, being open and honest is gonna bring you a lot further in life, right? So it's about not comparing with other people, because nowadays it's hard. Like you have to listen to your intuition, who you can trust on the internet, like who is selling what exactly, what is the vibration they give to you, right? And if they don't resonate with you, or you know, having all these overly happy periods, like I've seen people selling that and then fall, because we have different times in our lives. It's just the way how we deal with it. And you know, I am a Virgo Scorpio rising, so I I'm also realistic. I don't want to sell people airy fairy things. There is certainly awakening and it can make you feel amazing, but you still have to deal with emotions. You're going to be hypersensitive, so you're going to feel everything heightened, which is another thing to deal with. And I know I'm talking to a lot of Virgos who are very sensitive. You are going through many transformations, and you know, it's about allowing yourself to not be perfect sometimes, allowing yourself to feel things that are maybe not perfect, and observe them. And then you can, and this is where the real enlightenment is starting, by knowing that we are limited. We are limited, but our thoughts and belief systems are unlimited, right? Anyways, that's my message for you, my lovely Virgos. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for being here. Let's move on to Libra. So Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have this eclipse, and this is quite huge, in your 7th house of business partnerships, relationships. So there are definitely changes happening there. If you're single, you could meet someone new. Okay, there's a huge chance you might meet someone new. We have the North Node in the 7th house, and the Sun is going to pass it, Venus, Mercury, but we have Mercury retrograde this month. Okay, it's starting on the 1st of April, and it will be retrograde until the 26th of April. This could mean that someone from the past is coming back, and you're going to be in a relationship again. This could mean, if you're single, someone from a past life as well could be coming back, someone you've dated before, okay? This could also mean someone who is in your life temporarily to teach you things you need before you meet the right person, okay? And I know this is so frustrating because there are always people that are helping others to become perfect for someone else, right? But everyone has their time, okay? Everyone has their time. And you are learning how to not give yourself away in relationships anymore, because 7th house is ruled by your sign, which is all about harmony and balance, but you have it in Aries, which is independent. So you're either attracting someone very independent and you want to learn from them, and it's up to you to keep the harmony and not overly give or overly receive. It's the fine line in the middle, okay? Jupiter and Uranus in the 8th house can bring in unexpected money from third-party situations. So this could be from, you could be getting back some taxes, or something from the insurance company, or an inheritance. This could be investment, lucky return on investments, okay? You could be investing in something right now. This is a good time to do that, okay? On your own risk. I'm not responsible for that. I'm just telling you the timings, okay? Everything I say ultimately is something for you to think about, but you have to decide what is good for you. Yeah, and I have that with clients sometimes. They're like, but you need to tell me what I need to do. And I'm like, no, I'm not this type of reader. I know I can predict, and sometimes I will, but if I feel someone is going to hold on, you're going to block your own destiny, and I will not do that, okay? So I'm more a fan of self-development and really working on yourself so you're growing spiritually. That's going to do so much more for you, right? And I don't want to be no one to rely on me. I'm no spiritual master. I'm an astrologer and I'm a messenger, okay? I send messages from the divine to people. I'm a channel. And in a lot of videos, if you really watch, you can see a lot of my messages are channeled. They're not coming from me. I'm very human and I'm not a god that knows everything, right? So just to make that clear, Saturn in conjunction with Mars in the 6th house, okay? Watch your health in April, my lovely, lovely Libras, okay? Watch your health. If you feel something is up, go to the doctor. Some of you are dealing with heat flashes, migraines, dizziness. If you feel that, okay, check if you can change your diet, if you can change something. This is super important. By the end of the month, the 23rd of April, there's going to be a full moon in Scorpio, in your second house of money, and it's opposing the sun in the 8th house. So definitely there are changes with your money. Just be aware on how you're going to distribute it. There's a square with Pluto, okay? So don't spend your money immediately when you receive it. It's also maybe your children need more money. So it's all about how you're going to distribute it, what you're going to do with it, right? I'm getting mother and activist. So maybe your mother is an activist, like quite literally. But some of you are maybe desiring to get pregnant. You have Pluto in the 5th house. And this could be some blockages will come up to you to show you what has been preventing you from being a mother. Okay? If you're a guy, what is happening from you being fully generous? Was there something with your mother that maybe has prevented you from fully being in your masculine energy? Because I feel like some of you are very masculine, right? It doesn't matter whatever your interest is in. But I feel like some of you had a pretty controlling or dominant mother. And this made you go more in your feminine energies, okay? There will be a reward for some of you, okay? Could have to do with love. Look at this dove. Love is going to be good for a lot of Libras, okay? Love cycle. Changes in love. Some of you are letting go of someone, so you're preparing for someone that's a better match for you. Emotions, okay? There are some emotions that are going to come up because we do have also a Scorpio full moon, which is really letting you transform and dive deeper into your emotions. Second house is about your self-worth. So do you feel worthy of love? Do you feel worthy of money, Libra? These questions will come up, and now you are able to see and dive into yourself and remove the blocks that are preventing you from having exactly what you really want, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Libras. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So again, this is a pretty big month for you as well, because we're gonna have a full moon in your sign, okay? This is gonna be at 4 degrees, so check if you have any planets around 4 degrees in Scorpio. But let's start with this new moon solar eclipse in Aries, which is gonna be in your 6th house. This has to do with your work, your routines. So you're gonna step up your game. Like some of you are gonna go back to the gym. You're gonna do some workouts. You're gonna find value again in your routines. Maybe you had a while where you felt your routines were a bit dull, like you didn't really enjoy having a routine with Chiron there in the 6th house, but now you're like, let's go back, let's have a good diet. I want to make a plan, I want to be strategic, and people are going to really value the ideas you're going to bring to the workplace. With Mercury retrograde in the 6th house, maybe you want to revise something you've been working on and making sure that the process you've done before, maybe it needs some finishing touch, like a higher level of perfection in a way, because it's ruled by Virgo, 6th house, which is about perfection. We have Saturn and Mars in the 5th house, so there could be some troubles with your kids. There could be some arguments with them, or they need a lot of attention and it's taking a lot out of you to be there for them. Okay, so it's almost like you're so busy with your routines, you're so busy with so many things, and it's going to be a lot harder for you to be there for them. It could have to do with health problems, your health problems maybe. So go to the doctor if you feel anything with your health, okay? This could be indicated by this eclipse. Could also be health of your children. So get a good routine, eat healthy, go to the gym. Super important right now. This full moon is going to be in your first house at 4 degrees. This eclipse is going to be at 19 degrees in Aries, okay? And yeah, so this full moon is in a square with Pluto, and you are used to get like transformation. So transformation is something that you know transformation, Scorpio, like no other sign, you know what that means. But definitely there could be some changes in your family. This could have to do with a new partner coming in. This could be a living situation, and it's just going to be a little bit difficult. Like, where are you going to move together? Where are you going to move in with each other? Is your family going to accept this person? So there might be some struggles there, because you are right now in a love cycle, Scorpio, especially Scorpio rising. You have Jupiter and Uranus in the 7th house. So you could attract someone that's a bit out of the norm, because Uranus attracts people that are maybe older or younger or out of the box, a bit quirky. This is very much Uranus related. So look around you. Also, Uranus indicates dating. So go on a dating app, dating site. This is all good with Uranus. If you want. If you don't want that, you know, it's fine. If you want to stay single, it's fine. But the universe might surprise you. Okay. Triumphant. So I'm seeing a lot of success for you in different areas in your life, but it's gonna be busy, okay? Things are gonna be very, very busy. You see, like, Libra is in the 12th house there, the south node. So it's cutting off rest. You're gonna be active. It's also cutting off subconscious patterns in relationships that are no longer serving you, which is probably why you're able to attract someone, or probably why your relationship now is improving if you were already in a stable relationship. Pause. Okay, I was just saying you're not gonna have that much rest, but if you do and you can, pause, okay? If you can, pause. Not saying you should never rest, and don't compromise, because a lot of things are gonna come your way and you're gonna be tested. Like, maybe more than one person is gonna be interested in you, even though you're already in a relationship. So don't compromise and say no, because you're gonna be a little bit tested, okay? Stress management. Here we go. What we just talked about. It's gonna be busy, Scorpio. So many things. Even the way I talk, I feel like I'm rushing. It's gonna be busy. A lot of things. But yeah, a lot of them are very positive. So just allow it to happen. Allow happiness to reach you, and you so deserve it. So that's my message for you, my lovely Scorpios. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. Let's move on to Sagittarius. So, Sag, we have this eclipse, new moon solar eclipse in Aries in your 5th house, your fellow fire sign. So many changes when it comes to romance, okay? You might attract someone new at this time. Someone that maybe was first a friend, but turned into something more. You could be focusing more on romance, on your kids, on your family, and not so much on your friends anymore. And it could be that that could trigger some of your friends, and it could be that some of your friends are leaving your life because of that, okay? You might have a new hobby. You're just more focused on yourself, your relationships, your near surroundings, your work, because you're busy. You know, I just talked to Scorpio, and they're in a similar cycle as you, Sagittarius, just so busy. Saturn in the 4th house, okay? It's not a great time to invest in property. And if you are, double check everything, because it might be slow. People might not be completely what they seem. It's dragging you out. Your home situation might be uncomfortable. This could have to do with flatmates. It could have to do with family, taking care of family. And it's just gonna take a lot of energy out of you. Maybe you're pregnant and like people, or you have recently had a baby and like everyone's trying to mingle in that. There's just so much going on. A lot of work coming your way. Jupiter is direct in the 6th house with Uranus. So many things at the same time, okay? But yeah, love cycle, confidence and practice makes perfect, okay? So you could be meeting more than one person and you're gonna have to choose, okay? But because the North Node can make you very magnetic when it's with the Sun or Venus, but you really have to look at what is important to you, what kind of partner is important to you. I'm getting confidence. So now it's time to be confident. Keep learning, keep practicing your hobbies, your skills, okay? Because maybe now you're gonna turn a hobby into a job, or you're gonna do it on the side, okay? And you're gonna have to keep practicing in order to make it maybe a full-time job, okay? Some of you are playing an instrument. Let me know in the comments if that's you. Like I'm seeing a harp, I'm seeing guitar, piano. I'm talking to some pretty creative people out there. I'm seeing some pretty creative people. Sleep. Some of you just need sleep, okay? You're tired, you need some sleep. Yeah, it's just, there's just so much going on that it's gonna be hard to sleep. Then we're gonna have full moon on the 23rd of April in the 12th house, which is the house that indicates dreams, and it's squaring Pluto in the 3rd house, okay? So there might be some transformative dreams, transformative meditation, and they might show you things that are uncomfortable, okay? Uncomfortable things maybe about your siblings, because Pluto now is in the 3rd house. So that might trigger situations with siblings, but also you will get a little bit of an obsession with something you want to learn, something you want to know. And this interest is going to help you towards the job that you want to have, or towards something you want to know more about. But it's like Pluto wants to make you an expert. Also, watch out with traveling around this day, around the 23rd. Watch out in the car. Like, don't get really upset in the car. Keep your eyes open, okay? Nothing has to happen. Just be aware. And then I'm getting triumphant. So things are going to go your way. Things are going to go good. They're going to go great. You know, your vision, you have a vision and you're like, I'm now going to go for it. I'm not going to let anyone stop me. So you are more focused on you, what you want. So yeah, that could trigger some people, some friends around you at this moment. You will do what feels right. You can inform them as well, but always the people that are meant to go will go. And I always say, help them and open the door for them, you know, so they can go on their way. And sometimes people come back, right? Sometimes friends come back, because South Node also in Libra in the 11th house means people might be coming back from the past. Friends might be coming back that are going to help you with your projects. They're going to give you some new inspiration. So yeah, that's my message for you, my amazing Sagittarius. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you for being here. Let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This eclipse will be in your 4th house. And this is pretty major when it comes to your family situation. So it could be that there's going to be some breakthroughs there. Things have been very uncomfortable, okay? Because first of all, we have Chiron in the 4th house, which is family. Then we have Saturn, and also this month, Mars in the 3rd house, which is siblings, okay? So there might be some difficulty in the family. This could have to do with a move, or you have to take care of someone. There could be some miscommunication because we do have Mercury retrograde, overseeing the past, introspecting. So you might have some childhood memories coming back to you, okay? This could have to do with you getting a child. So maybe you're pregnant and that is triggering, or your own children are triggering things from the past, okay? Making you relive things from the past that are maybe unresolved. Nobody's perfect. It's normal to have these feelings. So, you know, just listen to your intuition. At the same time, Capricorn, you are in a romantic cycle. You are able to attract many potential partners. Okay, some are there to stay and some are not to stay. You have Jupiter and Uranus together in a conjunction in the 5th house. So you can go on a dating app if you want. If that's not for you, then no. Just get out there, have fun, meet people, work on your talents. Some of you are going to invest as well, like investing in cryptos. You're doing some gambling. Okay, there could be a sudden win with that. I don't recommend any of these things if you know no large amount that you can't afford. Do it for fun. Otherwise, don't do it. Right? I'm just reading the astrology. Yeah. So romance. A potential for children, but at the same time, if you invest in a property, it's difficult. Home situation is, there are getting some resolutions now, okay? Things are gonna move forward and you're gonna find new ways on how to resolve it, okay? No matter who you're living with, no matter who your family is. Child, oh my god, like, didn't I just say about children patterns as a child? You found it. And child, so it's like your inner child needs certain healing, and the things that are gonna come up in the month of April, they're so key to your healing, Capricorn. Amazing. Okay, then we also have a full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd of April in your 11th house, okay, at 4 degrees. So check if you have planets there in Taurus or Scorpio. This is going to change the way you see your friends, okay? So, sorry, I have an itchy nose. I know, I'm not perfect. I got a comment lately like, oh, you're doing something weird with your mouth. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not sitting here with my perfect hair and attitude and fully polished, you know, I'm a human. Anyways, I think it's funny. Yeah. So, not to distract, this is all about you, Capricorn. You're gonna find patterns that are gonna help you, okay? These things could come through friends as well. This full moon is gonna be in the 11th house and it's gonna square the 2nd house. Pluto in the 2nd house, okay? So also watch your money. Don't overspend your money or lend money to your friends or even to your children if they're older and they're asking for lots of money. Just think it through, okay? Or make everything, put everything on paper. Some of you are leaving a job to work from home or to work more on your own. Okay, so there's just a lot of things going on at the same time that you need to take into account, Capricorn. Commitment. You're learning about commitment. And honestly, if there's someone who can commit, it's Capricorn, okay? But what I have seen is they're either super committed or because sometimes Saturn restricts. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn and Saturn can restrict. So sometimes you are preventing yourself from committing to something, but now you're like, I'm committing to my child. I'm committing to my inner healing. I'm committing to my hobbies, my partner. There is something internal shifting in you. Signs from above. So you will have signs what it is that needs change, what it is that needs healing. And I don't know why, but I see some of you are gonna create your own garden or make your own foods. And I see you doing things with your hands. So it could be like crafts, creativity, sewing, like you're being super creative, and this is just gonna heal that part of you that thought you weren't capable of doing certain things, because actually, Capricorn, you are, and you're gonna do it this month. Okay, so let the universe guide you to where you need to be. Some of you are literally moving, but there might be some tiny obstacles there, but it's gonna be part of the destiny. Okay, so that's my message for you, Capricorn. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Let's move on to Aquarius. Why did I have to think about that? I don't know. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So Aries for you is going to be in your 3rd house, okay? And this is all to do with communication skills, studying, traveling. So some of you are definitely going to go on a trip, and it's going to bring in new ideas, okay? Some could have even a tool. You could be inventing a tool for communication, but your communication skills are very key this month. Whatever it is that you're sharing, whatever it is that you're doing, it might have to do with you being more vulnerable, stepping into a more vulnerable part of yourself. And you know, you might be very scared to show that to the world, but actually that will give you a lot of rewards at this time. Okay, so your communication will do a lot. Also, Mercury is retrograde. So if you have written something, or you worked on an essay or a dissertation, or you were studying, you're gonna go over what you've studied before. Okay, just polishing it, seeing if everything is in order before you're gonna hand it in. Okay, or before you're gonna publish it. Or you're gonna look over your notes, could even just be private notes, okay? And you're gonna just look over it and your diary and see how far you've come, okay? By the end of the month, on the 23rd, there's going to be a full moon in Scorpio. This will be in your 10th house of career. So there might be some huge changes when it comes to your career, but there is a square with Pluto, so this might require some huge changes. Okay, this could be a huge step up or maybe a step down depending on where you are at. So Pluto is removing your blocks, and if you're an early degree Aquarius, rising sun, moon rising, you're going through this super massive cycle that you're breaking, okay? And Pluto wants you to have an ego death, or wants you to heal your emotions if it's on your moon, okay? And sometimes we need to learn how to not be, by meeting people who are very dominant or are very like above us, and you learn from them also how not to be. So we can learn from so many people. So there could be a job offer coming in, and that could be completely different from what you expected it. Or there might be some type of message, okay? Jupiter and Uranus are in the 4th house. So you might go from an office job to becoming a real estate agent. Or you might be going from working in an office from working from home, or building something around the house where you can work from, okay? That's a good time now, because Jupiter in the 4th house is going to really let you expand and also bring a lot of happiness when it comes to your family, okay? Communication with your siblings as well could be very, very key to your healing at the moment. Finances, however, are a little bit difficult, okay? So you could be not earning the money you would like to earn. Saturn in the 2nd house is testing you. How much are you willing to work to earn the money, okay? So it's testing you, and you know, keep working hard for the money. Don't complain. Go for it. Put your head down. That's how Saturn works. And then you'll get rewarded. You will get a sudden raise, or money will come in. It could also mean that maybe you're selling a house or buying a house, and you need to learn how to distribute your money in wise ways, okay? So don't fall for people, scammers, or people that know how to do these things without, you need to read some real reviews or testimonials about that person before you're gonna listen to them, okay? Steady progress. So maybe it doesn't happen all now, all at the same time, but you are getting ready for the right timing for you. Sleep. Some of you Aquarius are tired. And I get it, you know, life can be tiring sometimes. It might have been that you worked so hard and you were fighting a bit against the clock, because I'm feeling like some of you haven't listened to your intuition. And Aquarius, you're an overrated, like underrated sign. Like your intuition is so good, but sometimes you're trying to mask it with your logical thoughts, and it's scary to let go and to not do something sometimes and let things come to you, okay? Yes, sweetness and emotions. Sometimes you have to be a little bit in your feminine energy. No matter if you're a guy or a girl, you know, be sweet. You need sleep. If you're tired all the time, how are you going to survive? So you need to recharge and, you know, go on this trip. If you can go on a trip, definitely go on a trip in April, especially around the beginning of the month. Be sweet to yourself. Give yourself some nice treatment. Yeah. You probably love to spend time at home as well lately. Like you're just feeling like harmony in the house, and maybe you want to rebuild something, structure something, and it's a good timing to do that. So anyways, that's my message for you, my amazing Aquarius. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you. Let's move on now to Pisces. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, so second house, we're gonna have this eclipse, new moon solar eclipse in Aries, okay? It's gonna be in your second house, and money has been a bit difficult for you because you have Chiron there, but now things might be changing, okay? Ching, I wanted to say like ching ching, money, okay? So things, why is that so difficult suddenly? So things might be changing for you regarding money, regarding how you feel about yourself. So maybe you're standing in your power, in your self-worth, and people can tell that, Pisces, and they're gonna pay more for your services if you're self-employed, or you know, you might suddenly get a raise, but you get more appreciation. Saturn is in a conjunction with Mars around this eclipse as well, and this means that you're gonna have to work quite hard, okay? Hard work is required, responsibility, and sometimes if Saturn is on the sun or on the moon, it does dim down a little bit your emotions, and it could be feeling like, you know, life is dragging you along, but this eclipse is going to push you in a new direction, because sometimes it can also give you a kick, like, look what I've done, look how far I've come with this hard work. It's going to reward you later on. So yeah, there is money coming in, and it's going to be something that you worked for, okay, that you worked really hard for, because the South Node now has is in Libra in the 8th house. So maybe before you were in a collaboration, or you were depending on someone else, and now you're doing all by yourself. You're making your own money, and it just feels so freaking good. Leader, look at that. You're a leader. I'm talking to some pretty good leaders here, especially the Pisces rising. You are an amazing leader. Jupiter's with Uranus, so it's an amazing time to study. You're gonna soak up information so quickly. You might be studying even astrology or something scientific or science related. Technical studies, right, is so good. Your sales skills are off the roof. Your communication is amazing at this time, okay? So make sure to let yourself be heard, because people want to hear what you have to say. They want to read what you have to say. So now is the time to write that book, to work on your dissertation, to work on whatever it is that you put your mind into, okay? Practice makes perfect. Look at that. You've been working hard, but it's not unseen, it's not unnoticed. And you always have to remember that even if people don't compliment you, the universe knows and the universe sees what you are doing. Always, okay? And if not for anyone, you do it for you, because it will make you feel good, okay? Full moon in Scorpio. That will be on the 23rd of April. And that's going to be in your 9th house. And it's opposing the sun in Taurus in your 3rd house. So again, this is related to studying, traveling. Like some of you are going to travel. Just make sure that everything is in order. Everything is in place. Okay? Because it's in a square with Pluto. Pluto just went in the 12th house. Okay? So if you're traveling, it could be that there will be some hiccups, maybe some delays. We also have Mercury retrograde, and also make sure that money is in order, okay? That you have enough cash with you for your trip or enough money to spend on your holiday. So yeah, let me get like one last card. Learning experience and higher education. So look at that. You're learning about life experiences. You're learning a certain skill for the job situation. So don't give up. I feel like some of you maybe are close to giving up, but don't give up. Keep going, okay? Listen to this intuition. Like, now you're being tested. How committed are you? How committed are you, okay? And I'm not talking to people who are stalking other people for years. Don't give up, no, okay? It's with a logical mind that you have to take this in a way, you know, don't give up on your dreams, and everything that comes from the heart, from true discernment, from true passion, that's a different thing, okay? Thank you for being here, Pisces. I so appreciate you. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I really hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.